This summer, many fans will undoubtedly feel extremely regretful when Manchester United parts ways with Wan-Bissaka, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the league, nicknamed the Slide Tackle Saint, due to his signature defensive move. Yes, there's regret, but many supporters have also criticized Spider-Wan for his defensive lapses and weaknesses in attacking support. So instead of reminiscing about Wan-Bissaka's trademark tackles, the Red Devils currently possess a center-back with even more formidable tackling abilities than the West Ham newcomer. Most of these tackles are executed within the penalty area, an extremely sensitive area, and that player is Matthijs de Ligt, a young man who has received the most contrasting opinions recently. Doubt to the end. That's perhaps the most accurate phrase to describe what fans, experts, and former players have been saying about new signing Matthijs de Ligt lately. Although it was very difficult for Old Trafford's owners to complete this deal, there hasn't been much support for the Dutch defender due to concerns about injuries and inconsistent form in recent years. It's no coincidence that new manager Vincent Kompany doesn't see the 1999-born star as a crucial factor in Bayern Munich's lineup for next season. That's why former star Paul Scholes called Manchester United's €45 million new signing a second-rate centre-back. He even ranked him behind Eric Dier, player considered surplus at Tottenham Hotspur. That's definitely a big concern for me, especially when Eric Dier is preferred over him. I'm not joking. You're bringing in a player for £40 to £50 million just because he played under Ten Hag 4 to 5 years ago. Juventus got rid of de Ligt because he wasn't good enough for the club. And clearly, he wasn't good enough at Bayern Munich either. So now this guy is coming to us as a second-rate defender. Agreeing with the view of his former teammate who had won many titles at the Theatre of Dreams, Rio Ferdinand also expressed concerns about the club's recruitment of Matthijs de Ligt. The former England defender also called the star who just turned 25 a second-rate centre-back. Regarding Matthijs de Ligt, he didn't even get regular playing time at Bayern Munich. That's a big problem. Eric Dier is preferred over him, and that worries me. Juventus failed with him before. De Ligt showed he wasn't good enough to play for Juve and then Bayern Munich. He's coming to Manchester United as just a second-rate defender. Series of injuries have plagued him in recent years, and the Red Devils are spending £45 to £50 million on this new signing. I don't think de Ligt is the answer, but it's a great opportunity for him to come there and say, you know what? I'm going to fix my recent seasons and show you who I really am. Erik ten Hag knows de Ligt well, and I hope he'll do a good job. What the Ginger Prince and Rio said about the former Ajax star is clear evidence of the doubts surrounding Manchester United's new signing. But are we being too unfair to the club's new number 5 by labeling him as injury-prone, when his number of missed games last season was less than Lindelof's and Lisandro Martinez's, or on par with Harry Maguire's? Next, is he a weak, fragile player who's prone to problems in fierce competitions? If you've ever expressed such opinions, you've made a big mistake. Yes, at the Theatre of Dreams, Wan-Bissaka may have cemented his brand with the nickname Slide Tackle Saint. But Matthijs de Ligt is no less impressive. In fact, the tackles the Dutch centre-back makes often occur right in the penalty area, where Spider-Wan used to make quite a few mistakes leading to penalties for the home team. So, how could the 1999-born star execute these tackles with such precision down to the centimeter if he didn't possess composure, decisiveness, and a strong steel spirit? We'll give a few typical examples for you to judge whether this assessment is right or wrong. First is the classic situation in the match between Juventus and Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League group stage of the 2019-2020 season. When the old lady was leading 1-0, the Spanish capital representative pushed their formation up, looking for an equalizer. And João Felix had an accurate chip, Angel Correa, who was rushing up on the right wing. It seemed like this would be the equalizer for Atletico Madrid, but Matthijs de Ligt quickly intercepted accurately with his tackle right at the opponent's feet, which the referee couldn't call a foul. The 25-year-old defender's fiery spirit, along with his ability to read situations and make excellent decisions, was demonstrated in that play. Many newspapers even praised it as one of the most famous tackles in world football. Speaking of Matthijs de Ligt's speed and strength, we can also take an example from the confrontation between Ajax Amsterdam and Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League group stage, the magical 2018-2019 season. The Dutch tornado star had a chase to stop Serge Gnabry's burst in the style of Paolo Maldini when he used to play for AC Milan. That was also the match featuring names who have worn and are wearing Manchester United shirts like Donny van de Beek, goalkeeper Andre Onana. Moreover, when facing Kylian Mbappé in the UEFA Nations League, de Ligt didn't show any inferiority as his height and long stride helped him gain an advantage over the Ninja Turtle. These are typical examples showing that the £45 million new signing is a deal worth waiting for from Old Trafford's owners and doesn't deserve to receive so much doubt. Injuries are always a nightmare for every football player, so no one wants to be labeled with that nickname. And the former Juventus star himself always wants to dedicate himself fully to the red shirt in the coming time. As soon as I heard that Manchester United wanted me in the team, I was excited about the opportunity and new challenge at such a traditional club. In subsequent conversations, I was very impressed with the vision that the club's leadership set out and the role they wanted from me. Erik ten Hag shaped the early stage of my career, so he knows how to maximize the abilities of each individual. And I'm looking forward to working with him again. I know what it takes to succeed at the highest level, and I'm very determined to continue that achievement at this special club. The shares on the day of joining the new team have shown that Matthijs de Ligt is a true warrior, no less than his partner in the centre-back position, Lisandro Martinez. We've seen the Dutch star bleed more than once, typically in the fiercely competitive situation in the match between Juventus and Lyon in the UEFA Champions League 2019-2020 season. So if the Red Devils lose a primary slide tackle saint in Wan-Bissaka, they now have a new slide tackle saint named Matthijs de Ligt, someone who can make opponents wary every time his guardian-like figure rushes in. More than anyone, Coach Ten Hag is the one who understands his student best. Fans all expect the peak image of him at Ajax will once again be recreated in the red shirt of Manchester. Although he has won quite a few major and minor titles in each place he's been to, the 25-year-old's fate has been somewhat bumpy. He came to clubs in unstable periods, as well as stepping out of his comfort zone too early. Because if he had stayed at his hometown club for another year or two to gain more experience, the story of failure would have been unlikely for the Dutch centre-back. After leaving the arms of coach Erik ten Hag to wander for the past 5 years, de Ligt has finally returned to his embrace to salvage his career. The fact that Bayern Munich fans signed a petition to keep the 1999-born player at the Allianz Arena has its reasons. Because he was the most stable factor in the Bavarians' defense and somewhat regained his peak image. But the decision still lies with the leadership of the German giant, and they chose to sell him to Manchester United. Yes, if they're selling, we'll take him. And although the former Ajax star has chosen the unlucky jersey number associated with injury-prone players like Phil Jones, Owen Hargreaves, or Juan Sebastian Veron, remember that legends David May or Pat McGibbon also wore this number to bring success to Old Trafford. So who knows, maybe de Ligt will be the one to break this scary curse and rise to become a shining star at the Theatre of Dreams? Nothing is impossible if one doesn't have determination. And this is something the 25-year-old player has in abundance. With the help of the coach who understands him well, his journey to reclaim his peak career will make great progress. Experience, composure, leadership qualities, or impressive defensive skills have been demonstrated by this €45 million new signing. Especially, he always plays very well in European competitions, something that not many players at Manchester United have. So we have the right to hope that this deal will bring success, at least in terms of spirit. Because de Ligt will dedicate all his abilities to the Red Devils. As his wife shared, the Devil's blood now flows in both of us.
Thank you for tuning into VR 360. We hope you enjoyed our latest updates and insights on all things Manchester United. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest news, match analysis, and exclusive content. Join our community of passionate Red Devils fans and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us bring you the best coverage of our beloved team. Until next time, stay united and keep the red flag flying high.